It's Big Vern. I'm up here shook and corn. My mom just came from the grocery store, so y'all know what time it is. We got to make it happen. Got a great show lined up for you today. Anthony Joshua, he is on a super bum bash tour to the third power. He's fighting a guy who's not ranked in the WBO, WBC, IBF, or the WBA. This is a waste of time. This guy, literally, it's the plot to Rocky. Make sure you go ahead and check that out. We pivoted from there. We told you Ward Emanuel was in trouble. The law firm that Michigan hired to do the outside investigation, they usually, once these investigations are complete, they end up firing people. He is now in that exclusive fraternity. Make sure you check that out. Pivoted back to the world of boxing, talked some Earl Spence Jr. We are projecting him to be the winner against Tim Tszyu this weekend, live from Melbourne, Australia. We have a stoppage in the 8th round, a brutal beating carried out. And make sure you go ahead and check that fight out legally through DAZN or through Amazon Prime Video. Then we pivoted. We talked to Ryan Clark. He was used by ESPN for his credibility and the goodwill people had for him in the culture. Now that he's fired from ESPN and he had to champion causes for people who don't really rock with him, how is he going to be perceived? We'll go ahead and see. Time will tell. Then we talked some Pete Golding. He was up there lying on the mic about tampering. And this dude started channeling his inner Forrest Gump. It was, trust me, the stupidity defied all levels with that guy. And it's going to go ahead and drop us off right now with Greg Sanky and the SEC. These dudes is crying like bitches. They are crying like bitches in the media day, and you won't believe what was floated, what was said, and what they plan on doing. We'll talk about it on the other side of the content. It's your boy, Big Vern.
What up? It's your boy, Big Vern, coming to you live from the F Stupid Studios, and we pushing a new rap album this month. Roam Streets, Sock It to My Pocket, in stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the track is Yellow Brick Road. Yellow Brick Road is crazy. Son of a Gun, Belt to Ass, that's my Joan right there. Belt to Ass is the thing. 22 is hot. I like 22. Cocaine Cold Train. Yo, for real. I like that one. Then West Side Gun, the Marathon or Race. That one's heavy. And I Don't Know. I don't know. Yo, Roam Streets, Sock It to My Pocket. In stores now.
Yo, shout out to Rome Street, Sock It to My Pocket. We thought it was dope. So, to these crying fake ass bitches over here in the SEC, let's be real about something. Greg Sanky, he sees the room, he sees the writing on the wall, and he's reading the room. The rest of them aren't. And I'm talking about the SEC Media Day that went down in Destin, Florida. Now, they've been fake mad, and they're trying to leave the NCAA because they feel that they are aggrieved. Yeah, they feel like no one else is following the rules but them, and instead of get even and try and win out there on the field, these guys were bitching and moaning, and they were like, oh, we should leave and do our own thing because everybody else is doing that. I'm on. Look, I can't make any of this up. The media won't tell you this because they have a relationship, especially ESPN and all these different outlets have a relationship with the SEC. This is unabashedly what went down. The head dickhead, the Georgia University president, Mr. Jair Moorhead, his bitch ass, he was sitting up there crying, talking about, oh, our efforts and the things that we proposed for federal legislation didn't deliver the long desired and lobbied solutions that we had a wet dream for. Now, put a pause on that. Think about it. This had absolutely nothing to do with the athletes. This had everything to do with money and power in college football athletics. Again, if you let these people talk long enough, they will tell on themselves. Now, since House versus NCAA, the SEC hasn't won jack shit. They haven't won jack shit. And perception is reality, and they came off as mediocre at best. Remember, the last 3 teams to win the college playoff is Michigan, Ohio State, and Indiana. Yeah, the Big Ten. They are looking like the premier conference on a level playing field. Also, sidebar, who gave you the idea you can pay for legislation? That part. Who gave them the idea they can pay for legislation? You have Alabama paying Nick Saban $500,000 in some sort of role where he's a football consigliere. Really? The same Nick Saban who lives in Jupiter, Florida, and a neighborhood so exclusive the houses start at $22 million. That guy is mad because a kid is getting some NIL money. His whole wealth and his livelihood was built on the backs of kids who look like me in this country. Sorry, not sorry. I should care more. Let's stop this. Stop this madness. You all were trying to get into a pay-to-play scheme, and you're mad it didn't work? And Saban ain't new to this. He started this mission when he was lobbying Ted Cruz. Oh, well, you know, the kids, they becoming victims. It had nothing to do with that. It had everything to do with you all maintaining money and power. Now, this is some soft shit right here. There's no way to spin this. Y'all couldn't win out on the field. So y'all went to Capitol Hill with this? Lawmakers, I don't care what side of the aisle you support, they have a difficult job. Every day you have to be trying to do something for the will of the people, your constituents, and your donors. They got their own problems. College football ain't one of them. College football ain't one of them. But when people start talking about the NIL, they never talk about the linemen who are making money from all of the college football games. Yeah, they don't talk about them. You talk about the running backs. You talk about the quarterbacks. You talk about the wide receivers. Why? Because they look like me in this country. And these guys are accumulating wealth and then rewriting the storylines for their families throughout the galaxy. Is that what we talking about? We ain't talking about that. Again, Kirby Smart, his weak ass is chiming in. He felt this way for a long time. I've been a huge advocate of us leaving the NCAA. If we can't find rules that everybody plays by, then we should play our own. I'm not afraid of that. The only thing is, Kirby, y'all already playing by y'all own rules. Don't forget, Pete Golding is actively tampering with kids who are signed and enrolled at Clemson on their property. You playing by your own rules. Y'all screw each other over. As soon as Mark Stoops, he gets fired, he gets some sort of made-up position at Texas to be some sort of quote-unquote defensive brain trust for the Longhorns. Really? Really? What happened to an NDA? We let this guy go, and then we have a no-compete clause. He can't get back out here. But y'all work around that. Y'all make y'all own rules up already. So did you not know this? Kirby Smart is a smart man, I guess. But let's stop this. And when they talk like this, it's like they don't understand. People have money all over the country. It just ain't limited to the South. Take your tradition and all that other bullshit and shove it right up your ass. People have money everywhere in this country. You just didn't know people was able to spin like this and make their alma mater just as weaponized as yours. In the age of the money class, they're not trying to go back and pay these guys. If you got a problem with it in the SEC and you break away, let the kids know. Hey, look, you ain't getting no NIL money when you come here. Watch how fast that shit fall apart. Act like you know, bro. Stop being dumb. Don't be dumb all your life. And if you're a fan of that SEC bullshit, how can you even support this? How can you honor all of this trash? This made y'all conference look soft as hell. Greg Sanky's weak ass, he's still running his dick suckers. He's at the SEC Media Day, and instead of growing some balls and telling them, hey, look, beat somebody. Don't talk about it, be about it. Go out there and beat somebody. Why you got the number 2 recruiting class out there and you can't fight? What kind of bullshit is this? Now, the people talk about leaving. They whine about the frustrations that they bring up a point of saying that we should look at something significantly different. And I don't believe this is a leverage point. I just think that this is honest communication. To break it down in plain English, Greg Sanky is telling them to beat somebody. This is the same commissioner who called out the teams in the SEC for faking injuries. And he said, look, we got the tapes. And if you do it, we're going to go ahead and penalize you. You're not going to fake injuries to get extra timeouts and substitutions. This is on record. Look at our channel. We covered this. We covered this. You all had more teams in the college playoffs last year and still lost. Y'all put teams that didn't belong in there. Y'all put them in there to go ahead and run cover while y'all played each other. And it didn't work. Every harebrained scheme, every advantage. You got rid of Notre Dame. Notre Dame the year before embarrassed you in Georgia. You got out-coached and was made to look foolish on national TV. Am I lying? But now, since we can't win, it's go home. Let's take our ball and go home because this bullshit ain't working. Come on, bruh. Stop it.
Dun, 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 dun. Well, that's the show. Thank you all for joining us. We had a great time. Make sure you smash the like and subscribe button and share the content. This is Big Vern, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.